Let's rock and roll, boys!
What's up, everybody? Welcome to an ANP Let's Play. I'm
First
Matt.
one ever.
First one, yeah. We barely know what we're doing, but we've been playing a lot of Starlink. Danny and I both picked that up along with Austin, and it's been super fun. And we've actually had a really good time just kind of playing through co-op, couch co-op, as we are right now. And so we've got the video game up that we're gonna just, I guess, we'll put this all together, and we just want to talk about it while we play together. So, yeah, Danny, what are your initial thoughts on this game while I get this set up here?
Great. It's an open world space shooter, and also neither of us are wearing pants right now, so it's really exciting. Yeah.
And you'll never
comfortable.
know.
Yeah.
So game's loading up right now. My current game, I've been. So what? There's 7 planets in this game, and like you said, it's kind of open world, open space, if you will. And you go from planet to planet, basically rescuing like refineries and like factories and
various different outpost identities. Yeah. So.
And then what? And the more you rescue them, what happens?
You get more, both Electrum and Nova. So now we got to go to.
So here we are. We're at a Dark Pass refinery. Currently, we are on planet Haven. If you want me to zoom out. So you start the game.
Not Sonatus. It's Kyrite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. It's very desert-like.
Kyrite?
I think
it's basically this game.
It's Tatooine.
Tatooine, yeah. Apparently there's something I haven't seen on this planet next to Cyclops, and I actually think I know what it is. Yeah. That's the Equinox. So this is your main ship, right? You're on the Starlink team. That's basically inspecting the Atlas planetary system here.
For you Star Fox fans, it's essentially the Great Fox. It's your home-based big ship.
Right, exactly. So everyone's there. That's where a lot of the communication's coming from. The ship currently malfunctioned, and you're basically kind of sent on some missions to kind of figure out what's going on. The ship's captain basically gets kidnapped, and we're kind of figuring out what's going on in this particular universe. And I think what's happening, as far as we know, is there's some sort of intergalactic person who's dredging up some old, ancient technology, very similar to the Forerunners and Halo. And
also the ancient Transformers from was it the second Transformers
right,
movies?
Yeah.
Where they're actually even called the Primes.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, they even kind of look like them too.
Right, everyone's just way more technologically advanced, hundreds and thousands of millions of years ago. So that's what's happening. So someone's kind of dredging up this tech and trying to use it for evil. Now, why is Star Fox here, Danny? Why did he bop over from the Lilat system as I get us squared away on Haven?
Yeah. So Fox and his friends, the in-universe story is Fox and his friends were already exploring, the universe. They're searching for Wolf, because Wolf is doing very Wolf-like things, and he needs to be stopped at all costs. The out-of-universe experience. Oh, and while they're searching for Wolf, they notice the Atlas crew, the Equinox crew, are running into trouble, and they're like, "Oh, we got to help them out because we're good guys. We always help others." That kind of thing. The out-of-universe reason is Ubisoft was making this game for all 3 big platforms, anyways, for Xbox One, for PS4, and for Switch. When they pitched it to the Xbox team, the story goes, to the Nintendo team. The Nintendo team really loved it, so then they brought in Reggie Fils-Aimé. Reggie really loved it, and then Reggie brought them to the Nintendo president in Japan and presented it. And then I think it was Miyamoto. He fell in love with the idea, and he said, "Hey, for the Switch version, can you do something Star Fox related? Because this looks like it would be a good Star Fox evolution." of the franchise.
What did he just basically say? Like, here's Star Fox. Like, put this in your game.
And
like,
for you Star Fox Adventures fans, if you know your Star Fox Adventures history,
only the adventure fans.
That's kind of how Star Fox Adventures happened too. Rare was
Planet.
developing this Dinosaur Planet game that had a fox-like character,
like an anamorphic character of some sort, right?
Yeah, and it was essentially another fox. I think it had a different name, but you could see some of the rough drafts of it online as Matt's doing all these crazy jumps and weaving in and out.
I'm just kind of just cruising around plucking things while you describe this, and then eventually we'll get you in this game.
Yeah.
So actually, why don't you join? So co-op.
Sure.
As soon as you you jump in, you sit down. It'll ask you to kind of register controllers to the game. And if Danny, I think if you just press A.
There we go.
So it's as you can see, he's trying to pick a character right now.
And who are you right now? Are you Fox?
I'm currently Fox, which it sounds like you can be Fox as well. But basically, every different character has a special,
Fox.
like kind of different abilities in terms of their special abilities. So like similar to just other games, the more you fight, the more you take on damage. Oh wow, there's a whole.
He's got his own little intro. Hunter. Nice learning a little bit more
So
about
Hunter,
his backstory too.
Yeah, he was he's a ex Black Ops guy.
You using the R-Wing?
Yeah,
You have the R-Wing right now.
So basically, every character has a special ability. So your meter will charge up, and Star Fox famously has the Star Fox team show up and assist you when like you're kind of getting braided by too many enemies. So Slippy or Falco will show up and basically act like as a second or third player, which is pretty cool. Other characters will like send a laser beam down, or like ups your defense, or makes your attack much stronger. This game is very, very in depth. There's just so much to do. So like right now, Danny's selecting just kind of what wings he has, and he's looking at kind of the stats at the bottom there for speed.
Yeah, Danny's definitely paying attention to the stats. Sorry, Danny was maybe going a little aesthetics. This is like.
You're like, how can I look like an R-Wing without technically taking the R-Wing? So, all right. So as you can see, Danny, actually, if you can go in and actually mod your ship now. So at the bottom there, you see Y for mod ship and weapons.
Yes.
So in the game, you collect a ton of mods by doing different side quests and basically scavenging for things. And at first, I was like, why am I getting so many mods? And now it's you basically are trying to upgrade all these ships in your hangar, essentially. Not just like one ship you really like. Of course, you can do that. But it gives you enough so that you can at first pick a ship core. And you can see there at the bottom, it shows you like, oh, it's going to add 60 to your speed.
Doesn't do much. Add some energy.
So let's think. Yeah, there's like different classes too. There's like 1, 2, and 3. So actually, that's all kind of represented by color. So aside from the actual logo in each one, in the shape of the logo, so like right now we're clearly on the armor because it's like in the shape of a shield. But like white is the most common you'll find. Green is a little less common or uncommon. Blue is a more rare. And then I think like purple and like up is like gets really advanced. Remove from Neptune.
So
I think I may have equipped that to another ship already.
Fair. So other things to keep in mind is once one is used up for one ship, you gotta, if you really want it on another one, you gotta remove it from ship, your first one.
So yeah, just go ahead and just throw some stuff on there, and we'll just jump right in.
That one.
So it's pretty cool though, because I mean, it's really addictive. You're collecting these things, and you're going back, and you're trying to figure out like, okay, how can I best optimize the mods I have to make this ship like as dynamic as possible. And it's really fun. And then of course like you're like, ooh, I don't want to use this on this ship because this might be better for this other ship, which is a little slower. So maybe I want this ship to be more of a tank. versus this one to be a little more speedy. So you kind of fill out your ship cores, and then you can even mod your weapons, but we'll do that in a second. We're gonna just...
Should I mod my pilot, or do we want to save that?
We'll save that for later. Why don't you go ahead and add any... You want just the basic weapons?
Oh yes, let's do... so right now I'll do one of each. Got this kind of more ice-related one. Some enemies and some things that you can break in the various worlds can be only broken by colder weapons, and vice versa. Some can only be broken by, you know, heat-related weaponry.
Yeah, so obviously I like stuff with like a higher fire rate. Like the faster it goes, it just feels so good. Like the rumble, which you're probably hearing in this audio because the controller's so close. All right, so why don't we? Here we go. So we're both in it together. He's kind of like right on my tail. So right now, let's see. Here's the world. You can see. Okay, let me get off this thing. You can see in the left there. I've explored this planet 92%. I found the spires. I found all the ruins and have like basically liberated them. These shipwrecks, which are these little like symbols right here, crashed wrecks. Sometimes they're like enemy ships or cargo ships, or for whatever reason, if you go find them all, they're all surrounded by typically enemies. And if you take them out, you can extract a core, which is really useful in the game for upgrading stuff. Now, you don't have to do any of this. You can just follow the story. But being like a pseudo-completionist, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta do this stuff. So, Danny, let's see, I've gotten all the spires. I think
What are your thoughts on...
I think we're gonna have to take out this advanced extractor.
I do. For the audience, do we want to start with one of the imp hives?
Oh yeah, let's go to an imp hive. Yeah.
And then we'll move from that to...
Alright, so you can see there's rewards at the bottom, 50 XP and like a common booster mod, which, you know, what the heck. So I'm going to go ahead and set the destination with Y.
Get your waypoint.
So we'll get there it is on the screen. I'm going to take off. I personally love just like just taking off straight in the air and then flying. So the thing about this game is it'll kind of tell you like that green arrow tells me how close Danny is. So you can see me in his screen. I'll shoot a little bit. Oh, crap. Cover! Alright. So there's Danny right there. Let's see if I can hit him.
Oh, he's strafing. What's this?
Oh!
We already have some imps.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, they're already out here.
They're attacking this poor little worker.
Little miner?
Yeah.
Oh, he's almost dead.
Yep, so I'm going to repair him. And repairing these little guys, I think it gives you a little XP, but really you're just trying to establish a stronger relationship with them, because if you ever get overwhelmed with enemies and one of them happen to drive by, they will help out. They'll start shooting at them too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, Matt is already at the...
Oh god, here they come. So you start attacking this hive, and we shake that dude off. The imps are a little creepy, a little gremlin-y. It's kind of hard to figure out where they are. And Jenny, how do you feel about like aiming at this game? Like, have you gotten used to it?
It's not like super tricky. For those of you who played No Man's Sky or anything like that, it's definitely like 10 times better. And I will say it's pretty forgiving as far as it'll help you with like auto aiming. So even if I miss just a little bit, if the enemy's still close enough to the scope, the shot, the projectile will like correct itself and attack the enemy for you. So that's helpful.
And you can really kind of like make it harder for yourself.
Yeah.
You can make the aiming less helpful,
like,
I guess.
Auto-friendly, you know, that kind of thing.
It kind of is already set kind of down the middle for you, but if you really want to make it a little more challenging, you can do that. But I don't know. I've been fine with it how it is.
Yeah.
All right, an advanced extractor. So these things are basically on every planet, and the whole point of them is like they are causing these Legion forces, these like weird Cyclops robotic alien things to show up. And it obviously looks like a bruise on the side of this planet because something's literally drilled into the planet. So we're going to go there.
Sauron's eye. Look at that tower insignia.
So we're going to go there and we're going to battle it together. And it's kind of like a mini boss fight, right?
Mini dungeon.
I don't know if I guess it's an official boss fight. It's hard to kind of tell. It's definitely it's like the story. You can see there in the main campaign in the top right. Oh yeah, it's getting hazy. Oh, all right. So
Get your hazy IPAs.
we're gonna lose. So I can't actually fly in here because of the electric disturbance or whatever it was.
Yes. So we can only do this kind of hover thing.
Alright, so Danny's over there. So here it is. There's the eye. So there's going to be the spires. We're going to go ahead and... Oh! We're going to take out these Cyclops eye.
Yeah. You guys, you may notice, well, why would we have one of each as far as a hot and cold weapon? You get a little bonus for weapon combo. So that... sometimes...
Right, like if you freeze something and then you attack it with like a heat weapon, you'll sometimes get like a thermal Pika. Okay, so we got all the nodes and now we're gonna go for the middle, but it's basically jetting out energy. And as you can see, it's this giant saw in the water, or in the water, around. So if I got hurt, Danny could actually come over and try to rescue me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually they use on enemies right now.
Alright, oh shit. Wow. Let's Plays. I control my tongue.
Here.
I'm gonna be cursing.
There's gonna be a whole lot of freeze. Which great game with it. Whoa.
I know. Okay, so I don't know what the heck that is. So this actually has like a little bit, that has a little bit of a shield on it. Alright, here we go. And so Danny's pretty low, and it's similar to Halo and other games. You know, you kind of have that recharging health. So you can just kind of get away. And of course, we have a shield, like you can see there. You kind of have a boost of energy that you can either use to hover like that, or basically put your shield on. Oh no. Oh, we did it. It's like, what happened?
It's evolving.
Cool. Okay, so you can see we got XP. You can actually upgrade different parts of your ship. So I'm almost at full XP for
Ready to go.
My left wing, I guess. And I don't really. What does it
Strong left wing.
do? I don't really understand. Okay.
I'm glad you said that. I
for?
don't think I knew you could upgrade the wings.
Yeah. So
I've only been upgrading the ship.
let's see. So yeah, you can see the yellow line there.
Yeah.
When you get 2.
Oh, to clarify, is that the wing or is that the gun on the wing?
Oh, that's the wing. The yellow's the wing. The other thing is the gun, though. So like.
Fair.
Yeah, so let's see.
Nice, good to know.
Yeah, so if I change the gun, that's the thing, but you can still see that, actually, oh yeah, no, okay, so look, I'm using the volcano weapon here,
Yeah, you were almost peeked out
right?
on that.
And I'm using the frost missile. So the frost missile, it's telling you I have less because that's on the other side.
That, and you're also, if you realize, just one little yellow dot, you're just in the first tier for that.
Yeah.
So you're not like totally maxed out. You're just almost maxed out for that first tier.
So I guess it's just the weapon. Yeah, it's not necessarily the wing. That's interesting.
I mean, if there's some super wing DLC,
And
gladly
then
take it.
there's the bottom there, so I have 3 little ship pieces like highlighted, so I've upgraded it at least 3 times. So I'm assuming once you get to the the different cores there will unlock, giving you more opportunity to actually upgrade the actual ship itself. And then of course you have a little pilot ability tree here that you can upgrade. These little dots help you do different things. Coming and swinging, Fox charges up his friends with passion. So this is basically whenever I use my special ability, this will basically kind of make that ability particularly stronger. This makes me fight harder, or take or deliver more damage if I'm basically at low health.
Yeah, it's kind of like in Smash. Like some characters, the more damage they take, they just get even harder.
So, and all that has made this game super addicting, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just made it so fun to mess around with. So, alright, let's go let's go take out that last. Actually,
You want to do that one of those crashed ones?
yeah. Let's find one more wreck. I think this one I
Crash
haven't
Drake?
found. Yeah. So okay, this is what is a crash Drake? It's like an enemy ship, right?
It was some kind of somebody's ship, and whether it was good or bad, it is now currently surrounded by bad.
Yeah. So we're gonna attempt to basically hack into its core, kind of like the little black box on the ship, and then we're gonna.
Warning.
What happened?
Prickle birds.
Oh god.
Throw or attack the
So these things are the
Matt
worst.
loves these things.
These things are like the little effers that get stuck in your shoe, you know, little pricklies.
Friends.
Yeah, and we're doing things together.
Yeah.
So, okay, where'd my objective
Yeah,
go?
with the waypoint go.
I don't see it. Let me go back to.
Oh, weird.
We just passed it.
Yep.
Okay. So Danny's that green icon behind it. Anyways, those things are like prickleberries or whatever they call them, and they come in like different. They just like fly over. What the heck?
Mind if I?
Yeah, go for it. Oh,
We're circling it. It's so bright out, I can't even see it.
all right. Where the heck is that dot? Like I don't see the dot anywhere.
Ah, I see it now.
Oh, I'm so far from you.
There we go. So once Matt gets here, I will activate this. You good?
Where is it? Oh, here it is.
All right.
Okay.
Now you'll see this little perimeter.
Uplink established.
We have to defend it
Region
while
near the
it's
core.
being hacked
Remain
into.
nearby to maintain connection.
And we can't leave the perimeter, otherwise the link, that link among the stars, it'll be disconnected.
Fox 1, bad guy 0.
It's really just the game honoring Zelda and Star Fox.
Yeah, it's
Warning. Region
So Danny, what do you like? It's a game with Star Fox. It's a Star Fox game. Where do you fall? Because there is a Star Fox campaign, and as we've played it, it's been super fun. Like, it's just cool to see these characters with full CGI cutscenes and voice acting, and for Star Fox, the team to have their own mission in this, it's cool. It's cool to see them outside of the Lilac system doing something different. So, and
also. Oh, go ahead.
I just think it adds to the lore and world building of that part of that Nintendo franchise.
Right. And
successful.
if Nintendo counts this game as Star Fox canon, Star Fox exists in our universe because some of these characters are from Earth. Okay, so we
I know they're like
finished
from Iowa and
in
stuff like
Germany
that.
and
Yeah.
like some Samoan islands, which is Hunter, who I love. So we finished hacking this thing. I think Matt took the goodies from inside.
So I got some Nova for it. The top portion there, that's like basically currency. It's Electrum. So all these like refineries help. The more you unlock them, the more you save them, the more you upgrade them. They bring in more and more Electrum. So I've got 2 million. But the cores there, that little blue icon. That is what is that, Danny? That's Nova, and
Yes.
Nova is like special energy that exists in like old technology and stuff. Which, by basically doing harder missions like that, you can find more Nova.
Yeah.
And it's used for like upgrades and basically almost every upgrade.
And you can also upgrade the Equinox. Remember, that's our flagship that's floating in space. It's our mothership.
Yeah. So here, if we scroll over, here's like all of the Equinox upgrades. So modding bay, that's where you can literally basically make new weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
This is where you can actually fuse different little mods that you get that we were showing you on the your ship or the weapons, and like you get so many, you're like, well, I have 12 of these. Let me make 3 commons into an uncommon, and 3 uncommons into a rare, and 3 rares into an epic.
Ooh, which I haven't even done yet. So
But you got to unlock it. Like you got to unlock the ability to even do the next tier. So
have you, Matt, noticed in the top right corner the request mission? Have you done those before?
yeah, so it's kind of like a way to not have to go back to the refineries and ask them. You can just let's press up here.
So we just
what's
chimed
the
in.
plan?
We asked the
Readings
Equinox for
indicate
some.
Legion wreckage in
Hey,
your
do you
area.
have to do anything?
We can gain intelligence on their positions. if
Okay,
we
so
hack
Legion
into its
wreckage.
data core.
All right, so accept.
He accepted it.
Alright, let's go. Oh, it wants us to go
Oh, it's not on this planet. I must miss that part. Where
yeah, this will be
planet.
cool. Let's show them space. Or
Oh yeah.
them. Whoever the heck is watching this.
Any No Man's Sky fans, I will say this takes a ton of inspiration from No Man's Sky. One of the things... Oh, really quick, you'll notice my screen just kind of freaked out. If we're not close enough together, especially in space, it'll like fast travel me to Matt, because he's the host, it's his game. Yeah, any No Man's Sky fans, you'll obviously notice some kind of comparison and influences here, which I think Starlink does very well. I do think the one thing, and I can't believe I'm saying this, that No Man's Sky does better, is the getting in and out of space, or getting in and out of the planet.
I'm trying to just zoom around your screen.
Yeah, with that little dot. That must take care of it.
Can I,
Did that hurt you? Did you take damage?
No, I think a friendly fire is on. Or not on.
Dr. Wilder, are you there?
So, alright, so we can
so
also
we
go
can-
on, like, hyperdrive.
Look, I'm evacuating the workshop.
Fast
I'll have to
travel,
call you
which
later.
is nice.
Punch it, Chewie.
And actually, there's like bandits that'll try to.
I mean, yes.
Let's
the
see.
Carl, the Prime. It's
Yeah,
building
it's like a
extractors. The Warden harvest is
Trap
starting
of
again.
scum and villainy.
They'll try to pull you right out of hyperdrive by like
I know,
casting
it
these
sounds insane, but I
virtual
know what I
nets,
saw.
energy
The Legion,
nets,
they'll
and if you
overrun
can
all
get
of
through them,
Civilization.
like find the hole, you're fine. But I wonder if we'll.
I'm sorry.
Crazy space
I have to
pirates.
go.
Hold on. We're
The
coming
nice thing
out.
about hyperdrive is there's no limit to like we don't have to stop. You know,
Yeah.
we're not like running out of energy.
We also don't have to refuel, which I appreciate that much more in here. Again, No Man's Sky fans, like, you know what that's
Warning.
like, having to refuel.
Incoming outlaw.
The hard thing about this game, oh look, I'm 23, 24, and let me get down closer to you.
Oh, we're good. Now you're back
Okay.
to 16.
So the
Oh, God.
oh, what happened?
I...
You just hit something?
So, unlike No Man's Sky, you can fly through asteroids when you're hyperspacing, you know, fast traveling. In Starlink, that is an actual asteroid, you will crash your ship. So just be warned.
One of my gripes with this game is, oh, sorry, you had to join me. Oh god,
Starlink's
we
team
didn't.
is
Am I taking
entering
fire?
atmosphere.
Nope.
Oh no, that was just. All right, welcome to this planet.
Now, really
Prime
quick,
Act,
have you
Doctor.
been to Sonatus before?
Prime?
No, this is my
I
first
don't
time
So,
here.
this is a new
It was moving
planet,
so
so let's
fast.
show them what it looks like
Don't worry.
when you don't have a
You
whole
gotta
planet
wait.
already. It is
Yeah.
just, it's kind of like Breath of the Wild,
You
for
can
those of you who've
see
seen that.
0% complete on the
You know,
side,
it's all
0% discovered.
Clouded out until you go there.
Yeah.
And also, if you like play Halo Wars, like that kind of thing too, those like, or Rome Total Conquest, like these areas you haven't explored before are completely shadowed out.
No,
All right, so.
Wait. I don't know if it'll work,
Alright, let's
but the
see.
extractor it
Where's
planted.
Matthew?
You need to go there.
So it wants us to go, but you know,
Don't
let's put
sweat
the mission
You're
there,
in good
and
hands.
it's
Carl,
a sword
what's
icon, which
happening?
basically means there's
Who are
a
these people?
we're going to battle
Hashtag
something.
Starlink, yo.
No way.
They're trustworthy.
Oh, the
I'll
landscape
explain later.
is
For
great.
now, what can they do to help?
That was the one I was exploring a lot.
when
So it took me a
the Prime
while
Legion
to
plants extractors,
almost
my theory
100%
is
that
they
planet,
maintain a
and
connection.
I imagine
So if
it.
you can sever
There's
those
there's so much to do. A
connections,
lot of
Prime
it
should
is a little
react, giving
repetitive,
you its location.
but
Get
I
rid
think
of
that
the
the
extractors to find
aspect
the
of it that I
Prime.
enjoy is like that I
Too easy.
feel like it's helping me upgrade, you know. So it's a slow grind for sure. Oh, we're passing a
Oh,
refinery.
we're passing over it? Okay. So there's something right there. I was about to-
Yeah, I'm just going straight over it.
Yeah, another. I'm gonna make all these callbacks to No Man's Sky. It's less of a grind to No Man's Sky, but it's still. Oh, this
Oh.
refinery's in help. Do we help them?
I am way beyond that. Okay, I'm coming back to you.
Damn outlaws,
Oh gosh, where are you?
you anarchists.
Okay. So there's outlaws and Legion.
That's also something which I really appreciate. Every now and then you'll see some of the Legion attacking an outlaw base, which outlaws are your enemy and Legion is your enemy, and to see them like also go at it, just feels like a more lived-in world. Like they're not happy with each other either.
Updated.
In addition to them also hating you too.
It's kind of like it was like in Breath of the Wild when you saw like random travelers like fighting off, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Like the
goblins and
enemies,
stuff, yeah.
like the NPs.
yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see that, and here they really do help though.
Should we?
Yeah. So
Who are you?
all right, so this is a refinery. He's like a little skeptical of us,
Hey, I'm
and
Fox.
Me and
kind
my
of
crew are here to
rightfully
help
so,
you
he's
kick
just
some
being
Legion
sacrificed.
tail.
Right, so we're gonna help him, and once we help him bring back that first thing he needs, he'll basically open up shop for us, and then we can start upgrading this refinery.
So we're gonna put that other mission we were on our way to on pause just for a second. These are usually pretty quick, tiny missions.
It wants us to go to this wire?
No, this is... Oh. Well, that's not where we were heading. We were heading to a sword icon, but yes,
Yeah.
currently wants us to go
Oh,
to this fire.
I just blew past you. Okay, oh gosh.
Whoa.
So, well, okay, one of my gripes about the game is that there's a lot going on, like, visually. Ah,
detected.
okay.
Sorry.
So, you have to reflect it. There you go. So I just reflected it with my shield. Very similar to Breath of the Wild in theory, but in practice, Breath of the Wild, like, you actually had to get good at it. This, it just feels like I'm doing the right thing, and it still doesn't reflect all the time. But, I mean, it works. It works when it works.
I'd say it's like 75, 80% of the time.
You know, when, yeah.
Maybe I'm a little generous there, but...
When one of the Guardians in Breath of the Wild, I feel like it has a clear, like, yo, good job. Really, actually, making what I'm saying here, like...
No, but...
It seemed like I'm just whining, because you did that on the first try.
Yeah, come on, bro. Aren't you a gamer? No, but all jokes aside, when I play this on my own, it's a lot trickier. Especially because some of these, you have to do it twice. It'll shoot at you, you have to bounce it back, and it'll shoot it back one more time, and you have to, like, make sure you're good on that.
Alright, so...
Weapon
Skill point
efficiency
gain. That's awesome.
improved.
For that particular weapon. Or is that for you?
Yes. Well, ultimately for you, because when you're back to your single play, you'll have already had the ship upgrade.
So after this, you know, so here's this big freighter, right? So aside from the core, if we can go inside this thing
And pick up all these valuable pieces.
there's actually
Sell for shit.
usually inside these things there's like some sort of chest somewhere that has a ton of electrum in it for you, and I feel like I've found them before, but okay, I'm on top of this thing. It's a little weird because you're like in this ship kind of in like Landmaster mode but not in Landmaster mode, and you're hovering around this world, and some things just feel like they're not meant for your ship to travel through, and it gets a little clunky trying to. Like, you know, like right here, I'm like, oh god, just get through this thing. And those become a little old after a while. So, anyways,
So let's,
where'd you go?
I'm over here. Let's return to that refinery just for a second to sell a bunch of crap,
Sure.
and then we'll head to the sword. Where was that?
But anyway, as I was saying, there was just so much stuff around, like, there it is. You know, these little boxes, you can, if you open them up, or if you just shoot them, they basically look like little ice chests everywhere. They're full of electrum, so it's an easy way to get some quick cash, I guess. But, again, unlocking refineries, like about every 5 minutes or 3 minutes, you get a shipment. And, you know, I'm getting a whole shipment from an entire planet's worth of factories. I'm just trying to follow you. Where'd you go?
Sorry, I turned around for a second. I got distracted.
And that's exactly what happened in this game. It's really easy to be like, oh, what's that over there? What's that over there? Again, akin to Breath of the Wild, but not quite, I think, as
Breath of the
thoughtful
Wild
as
is
Breath of the Wild.
yeah. Breath of the Wild is still the king at that. Of all right, I'm going to kill this one specific Lionel, and I'm not doing anything else. Oh, look, a castle. Like
At least with regard to Nintendo games, especially, or any games on Nintendo consoles like that. Yeah, that game more than ever really took me by surprise, and how much it distracted me from playing the game playing the game.
And like you weren't like, yeah, you were a little like, damn it, I told myself 20 minutes ago I was gonna do blank, but you never like hated yourself really because you
Right.
loved it. Like whatever
Yeah.
distracted you, you genuinely enjoyed. So
Yeah? Look,
options we have right
busy.
now.
What can I do for you?
This refinery, you can see what it looks like right now. If you would like to, just outright, I'm not going to. We could just give it some of our Electrum and give it some of our Nova. And
It actually takes no Electrum to upgrade it if you just give it those 2 Nova you see in the bottom corner, which you don't want to do because you want to save those for other things.
Nova are a lot more hard to come by. Electrum, as you can tell, we currently have a ton of it because Matt's been busy doing a ton of these refineries and helping them out. So I'm not going to outright upgrade it using that. But if you go to deliver item, you notice I picked up a ton of shit. Shoot.
Pikachu.
Uh,
Pika.
And you can also upgrade it by selling it stuff too. So you see that little circle around the corner of the refinery logo. I'm about to upgrade it. So I've upgraded it once.
Huh? Oh, no.
Now look at how big it got. That means it's also pumping out more electrum for you.
And everything will show you like the little Starlink or Starlink flag, like banner will drop down on things that you've either liberated or found. Now, basically, Danny's going through his inventory and selling it for electrum, and it'll give you cores to help you upgrade stuff. Like, again, it's an epic grinding space adventure that features Star Fox. And
I guess you asked that question a while ago of where do I fall?
Yeah, like it's so cool to see Star Fox in the corner there. Obviously, it'd be so awesome to jump out and be Star Fox and interact with this world in a different way than other than just being in a ship.
Like adventures like assaults.
But aside from that, though, the dog fights in this game, especially in space, and some of the things you do even on planets are really fun. The bosses do get harder. Like, we're in an easy part of space. Actually, should I show that? Like,
Yeah.
So, like, we're in the trade sector.
Which
I don't know what that really means.
Aptly mark it as
yeah,
easy.
parentheses easy. Then here we got the frontier sector, probably a little more
What was that planet?
interesting, a little more dicey, and then of course the dark sector.
I think it was either that.
Yeah, we were over.
Planet.
We were on one of these planets. Is this the?
That might have been it.
Okay.
Matt and I, on my Starlink game, we were deep into some wolf adventures, and we found ourselves, without knowing it, in the hard realm, and we got into some rabbit holes that were a little tricky.
Yeah. So,
So that big mission that we came here for.
why don't we just go? Let's go do that, and then let's end it there. So we're gonna take off together, and we're heading towards this. I'll jump. Oh.
Nope, he's in the cloud. I'm in the cloud.
I'm losing functionality. Okay.
My ship.
The extractor emits
Extractor
electrical
emits
pollution.
electrical pollution.
Okay.
Your flight engines may not work.
Flying blind.
So here again, right? Like, we've seen this before. This is an extractor. It's advanced. So I guess that makes it harder. But like, if you look at the screen, like, there's just so much going on. There's numbers flying everywhere, and weapons, and words everywhere. There's just so much on screen, let alone, like, especially when you're, it's a split screen scenario right now. So, to me, like, I love the clean HUD mode that you could do in Breath of the Wild. Like, and I played the entire game with that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good for you.
it was, it was gorgeous. I mean, once you learn the controls, I don't need to know all this other stuff. Oh, you're fighting something. Oh no!
No, fine, no. I say that with you.
Yeah, please.
Oh, we almost got it.
Teamwork.
Wow, look how close we are. That energy bar has like nothing left, so
Alright.
we're about to get more enemies.
Okay. Oh, ice. Ooh, ice cyclops. All right. So this is where you definitely need heat weapons. So our ice weapons probably won't do anything for it. Although you can still
Unless you get the combo,
you can probably get thermal shock still. Yeah.
but just by itself, no. Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Oh.
Okay, these things are gonna start emitting pulses. If it looks busy now, I mean, when you're playing one player, I think it definitely drops in frame rate when you're playing with two players.
But I would say like this is still like, this still isn't bad for
No.
2 players. This is actually pretty.
No,
impressive.
it's
Like
totally.
how much is on the screen, like Matt was saying. Like,
It's totally fine. But when you're playing one player, like, it's still like there are moments where you're like, wow, this is very beautiful. Danny. All right.
got another Spire.
All right, Danny. So we'll talk about Starlink a little bit more, but overall, like, we've been playing for a while. We had a day where we just played so much together, and
So where did
it
you
was
say
so
you were
fun
from?
experiencing it for the
destroy
first time, doing a lot of these
extractors,
things
but you're
together.
not
And
allowed.
I think like grinding is something you probably want to do by yourself for the most part.
Yeah.
Whereas like taking on like missions, going to like the
Study it.
hideouts.
Oh, dude, you should come with us.
Let's see these
Look, we're out
things
of
right
beds,
here.
but-
Yeah, some of those space
Like
outlaw hideouts,
that's where you're having more Star Fox-esque dogfights. Fighting some of the bosses together, and I mean, we started venturing out into like the harder areas of space, and it was just so fun. Trying to learn it together, and it just makes us. I mean, at least for me, I want this to be co-op so we can play or online co-op so we can play together online. But we'll jump more into that.
And also with Austin.
Right.
I guess he would like to play too.
Sorry,
we should
Austin,
hang out
you're
with
not
him at
here.
some point or something like that.
Just come move to Chicago. Everyone move to Chicago. We'll all play together. The couch is somewhat big. So, anyways, final takeaways from this game just so far.
Yeah, if you can, it goes on sale every now and then. If you can get it on sale, it's totally worth it. Digital version. If you want to play with the toys, you can. That's another conversation. But if you can get this on sale, I would say it's definitely worth it.
Yeah. And we'll be playing it a ton. So, all right. Thanks for joining us for our very first Let's Play. We're new at this. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna hopefully get have more things to talk about and have fun playing it together. Like, we obviously don't even describe everything, but this game has so much in it. And if you were like us and you were interested in this game but just didn't know if it was going to be for you, it's fun. You just give it a shot. I guarantee you, you're gonna really enjoy just immersing yourself in the world, especially if you haven't played like a bigger game in a while.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, friends. Keep on the lookout for the next one.
Yeah. See you in another Nintendo podcast. Bye.
Bye.